What is up, everyone? Today we're in an AMG C63S Edition 1, and today I'm going to show you around the outside of the car, have a look at all the details on the inside, get this thing out on the road, see how it drives, and give you a review. So what is the difference between an Edition 1 and a regular C63S? They're mainly cosmetic. A few things in particular you can easily tell are these stickers. These are DTM inspired stickers that go down the side of the car, give it more of a sportier look. You also have certain things like these red rims on the wheels. Let's take a closer look. You've got that red lip that goes around the outside of the wheel. Got some nice red brake calipers as well. And these special hubcaps that look like they're center locking. They are not, but they look pretty cool. This car also has the night package, which returns everything around the windows that was supposed to be chrome back to black. You can see on the door handles as well. It looks pretty nice. You've got some black mirrors with more red accents along the side of the mirror. Then if you get around to the front of the car, this car has matte black across the front grille and also in this A-wing down in the front bumper down below. So one of the interesting things about AMG cars is that each one has a hand-built engine. So let's go ahead and see who built this one. So now we're under the hood and you can see this particular engine is handcrafted by Tobias Schultz. The other notable thing under here is this engine is really big, and to cram it into the regular C-Class sedan, they had to extend the front of the car by a couple of inches. So here you can see they've added this little spacer, and that's the only way they could really fit this all in. Okay, so that's under the hood. Let's get on with the inside. First of all, let's see what this is like on startup. Wow, that sounds really good. Okay, let's do a 0 to 60. Nothing behind me, 0 miles an hour, and we're off. And there's 60. Wow, that was fast. So the C63 AMG S Edition 1 is powered by a 4-liter bi-turbo V8. The turbos are in a hot V orientation, which means you've got the V for the engine, and then the middle section is where the two turbos are. What that does is it shortens the amount of distance that the air has to travel, which has the effect of reducing turbo lag, making the car virtually turbo lagless. This car weighs shy of just 4,000 pounds. It's around the 3850 mark. The 4-liter twin-turbo V8 puts out 503 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, and all that torque's available from 1750 RPM, which is pretty incredible. This car comes with a 7-speed speed shift transmission that in sport and race mode can shift gears in about 100 milliseconds, which is faster than it takes to blink an eye. The car comes with 5 different racing modes. You've got comfort mode, which everything is tuned towards comfort. Then a step up from that is sport mode. This car after that has Sport Plus. Things are getting even tighter and more aggressive. And finally you have race mode for optimum insanity. Each of these modes is very different from the rest, so they definitely feel different from each other, which is really nice to see. In some cars, you can't really differentiate the difference between the modes at all. This car's got a lot of technology inside. Some of it is a little bit difficult to operate. You've got this command, spelled C-O-M-A-N-D, system, entertainment system, and I keep wanting to reach out and touch the screen like it's a touch screen, but it's not. Instead, you've got 3 different controllers for this screen. You've got this little twisty dial thing, you've got this touch screen that sits right on top of that, you've got this menu button in the center console. It's really just kind of confusing, a little hard to use. So hopefully Mercedes will fix that and give their cars touchscreens like some of the competition. So this car starts at around $74,000. This particular one has about $10,000 worth of options, making it one of the most expensive cars in the segment when you compare it to the Audi RS3 or the BMW M3, which start at $55,000. And with the M3, when you got the competition package, are around $72,000. So both of those are less expensive than the starting price of this car by a wide margin. So is this car worth it? I'm not really convinced. As far as cool factor, this car is very cool. You get a lot of people turning their heads to see what you're driving. I have a feeling all these massive stickers down the side that are reminiscent of a DTM car have something to do with that. But people definitely want to race you on this car, and they're wondering who's driving. There's just gobs of leather everywhere inside this car. You've got leather dash, you've got leather seats, obviously, a leather armrest. Massive amounts of leather in the doors. It's probably at least 10 cows worth of leather in here. Yeah, that sounds good. All those pops and burbles. It's nice to see a turbocharged car do that. Okay, let's go find a tunnel. Gets the heart pumping, puts a smile on your face. Both good traits in a car like this. And we're off. Yeah, that sounds really good. Yeah. This is a good sounding car. The bolstering on the seats in this car is really quite amazing. It's adjustable not just for your size, but also for your thighs. So you can really feel firmly planted inside this car. So if you go into AMG settings in this car, you can see things like your boost, you've got your engine oil temperature, you've got your transmission temperature. So it's nice to see things like that. You also have a bigger readout of your speed and of your gears, which is nice because I found the speedometer writing a little bit small. It was a bit hard to tell just how fast I was going without that. It's also got certain things like a lap timer, so you can see how fast you were going around a track if you did want to take this to the track. The paddle shifters are really nice in this car. They are made out of aluminum, they feel nice, they're about the right length. They could be a little bit bigger because unless you're in the 9 and 3 position with your hands, they can be a little bit hard to press. I've noticed that the one on the right also squeaks a little. This car's got about 20,000 miles on it, so that may have something to do with it. Yeah, maybe bring your own WD-40. Yeah, the steering wheel feels really nice in your hands. It's this Alcantara material, which is nice and soft to the touch, and it's got some moisture wicking properties as well. So if you're driving, you get sweaty hands, doesn't stop you from gripping the steering wheel nice and tightly. The steering wheel's also got a little bit of a flat bottom, like other cars do. And what is nice is when you get into and out of the car, the steering wheel, since it's power assisted, it can tuck away, fold out of the way, so that getting in and out is easier. Yeah, I love those downshifts. This car is definitely one of those cars that puts a smile on your face. So yeah, so that is the AMG C63S. It's a little bit expensive compared to some of the other cars in the segment, especially the M3 and the RS3. But you do get almost 100 more horsepower, way more than 100 pound-feet of torque. However, the 0 to 60 time is still the same. So I don't know, is a better sounding exhaust worth $20,000 to $30,000? I'm not sure I'm convinced. Let me know if you agree down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay up to date with my new videos, which I release each week. Until next week, take care.